we're here to talk about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. We got him at 2 stars because that's what mostly everybody will pull him at, so we're going to be realistic here. We got him at level 5,000, 2 star. Here are his stats, which I'm confused on the stats sometimes. I guess his health is 1,049,000, whatever, however you read that. You can take the stats however you want. I don't really know how to read them. They confuse me a little bit. But his main ability is I'm far stronger than that. Draws the Ultimate Arts card Meteor Explosion next. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 40%. Gain attribute upgrade negative 100% to enemies' sustained damage cut effects for 30 timer counts. Nullifies own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions for 30 timer counts. Requirements: 25 timer counts must elapse. Unique ability is Ultimate Fusion. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 60% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 30%, cannot be cancelled. Plus 50% to ki recovery, cannot be cancelled. Applies the following effects to self when his character enters the battlefield. Restores health by 10%, restores ki by 30%. Is that every time? 20% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Gain buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 timer counts. And that activates 3 times. So that's the same thing Jiren does. Takes away like Super Vegeto's cover change. Like that's good. That's really good. All surpassing power. 25% to damage inflicted against tagged powerful opponent, cannot be cancelled. Applies the following effects to self upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. 10% to damage inflicted up to 50%, cannot be cancelled. Plus 5 to ultimate damage inflicted up to 30%, cannot be cancelled. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. Activates during the assist. Comboable arts are special move arts. His strike, okay, his blast has anti-armor, 100% to blast damage inflicted against enemies' armor. I don't understand that. Have I ever seen that? Is that just like the same thing as Kefla has, or Kefla gets like 25% when... Oh. Okay, his special move is Stardust Shooter. Deals massive impact damage plus 30% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts upon activation. Inflicts enemy with the attribute downgrade negative 50% to health restoration for 20 timer counts on hit. His special skill is God Counter. Reduces damage received by 30% for 5 timer counts upon activation. Cannot be stacked. Counter will activate upon enemies tap attack, tackle, or strike arts while in a fighting pose. The following effects occur when the counter activates. Draws a strike arts card next, restores own ki by 40, plus 50% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts, cancels enemy attribute upgrades, inflicts all enemies with no switching for 5 timer counts. And literally everything is comboable, like strike arts, blast arts, special move arts, ultimate arts. Wow, that's good. That's definitely good. Especially the no switching. His ultimate skill is Meteor Explosion. Deals supreme impact damage. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Nullifies enemies. Restore health when it reaches 0. Effects when this when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. And it has blast armor. Okay. He has 26% to episode Saga from the movies or tag God Key. So we're going to look at Broly next. And we're going to put Broly at 2 stars, 5,000. He looks amazing, bro. Like, he's hands down my favorite character. He always has been, Broly, whenever he came out. So here are his stats. Main ability is Limitless Evolution. Draw the Ultimate Arts card Gigantic Force next. Restores own health by 25% and ki by 50. Gain buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover for 15 timer counts. That's good. Same thing as Gogeta, man. I don't know who's going to be better. Cancels own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. 25 timer counts must elapse. The unique ability is Meteoric Progress. 50% to damage inflicted against tag Saiyan cannot be cancelled, plus 50% to strike damage inflicted against all characters except tag Saiyan cannot be cancelled. What? He inflicts damage against the Saiyans, and then it says all characters except tag Saiyan. So basically, they're just counteracting each other, and he does 50% to everybody. That's what it sounds like. 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts every time this character uses an arts card. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts when this character evades enemy attack with a vanishing step. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts after the enemy attack is over. Convergence of Wrath. While this character is on the battlefield, it applies the following effects to self when the enemy switches characters. Restores his health by 10%, activates 5 times, plus 25% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 10 timer counts, and restores his own vanishing gauge by 50, activates 5 times. That's fucking broke, bro. That's good. And if the 25 damage activates 5 times too, which it's not in parentheses, but restores his health, I don't know. It probably doesn't, but if it did do that, that'd be crazy. Reduces damage received by 40% until combo ends. When changing cover, knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. His comboable arts are the special move arts. His strike, he has blast armor. His blast restores own ki by 5 upon activation. His special move is Blaster Cannon, deals massive impact damage, 30% chance to inflict feint on hit. There's feint for us. Special skill was Roar of Awakening, restores own ki by 30, increases own arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts, cannot be stacked. Reduces, where are we at? Reduces next damage sustained by 30. Cannot be stacked. This applies until enemy combo is finished. Ultimate skill is Gigantic Force, deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, gain attribute upgrade, negative 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts, inflicts forced switching on hit. Blast armor when charging forward. That's a good card. That's good. Especially the switching, and then, man. And put him at 2. His tags are 28% to powerful opponent or episode saga from the movies. And if he's at Z ability 3, it's powerful opponent, saga from the movies. Jeez, he has a lot here. Yeah, basically powerful opponent and saga from the movies. Alright, so we're going to look at Frieza. And so he would probably be more attainable, so we'll put him at 7 stars. Well, actually, we'll put him at 6 for everybody, just to be more realistic, you know what I mean, depending on how many crystals you have. And here's his stats. And his main ability is, shall we put you to a little test? Draw the Ultimate Arts card Nova Storm next, restores own ki by 30, plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, negative 2 to card draw speed level for 15 timer counts. That's a combo stopper and a half right there. To just basically get nothing. His unique ability is the Emperor arrives. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 80% to damage inflicted, cannot be stacked. Reduces damage received by 25% for 15 timer counts. Draw a special arts card next. Activates once. Also increases damage inflicted according to the number of Dragon Balls you possess. If you have 3 to 6 Dragon Balls, you get plus 30% to damage inflicted. If you have 7 Dragon Balls, you get plus 50% to damage inflicted. I wonder if that counts if you have 7 Dragon Balls and you hit your rush, but you would technically not have them anymore, but you would have had it when, I don't know, maybe. Ignoble Extermination. The following effects occur upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Restores own ki by 10. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 25% to damage received for 10 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade negative 50% to health recovery for 10 timer counts. Applies the following effects to enemy when this character lands a blast arts hit. Reduces ki by 50. Inflicts attribute downgrade negative 30% to ki recovery for 3 timer counts. So if you got if you got 3 blasts, it's just all their keys gone. Then you're giving them negative 3 blasts, you're giving them negative 90% to ki. So they'll have if they had full ki, they got 10 now. Jeez, oh man. He does not have blast armor. His special move is Surprise Death Beam. Deals massive pierce damage. Gain attribute upgrade negative 100% to enemies. Sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts upon activation. That's good. 100% chance to inflict heavy bleed on hit blast armor when charging forward. His special skill is Psycho Capture. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Randomly draw 1 card. Cancels enemy buff effects. Takes your opponent's Dragon Balls and adds them to your own on hit. Effects will change according to how many Dragon Balls they possess. 1 or more, take 1, gain 1. None, gain 1. 100% chance to inflict Paralyze on hit. Are you shitting me? Oh, man. I mean, well, yeah, that's his telekinesis, so yeah, I take that back, what I said. Ultimate skill is Nova Storm. Deals massive explode damage on the following effects occur on hit. Restores own health by 40%. Destroys all of your enemy cards. Cancels enemy attribute upgrades. We'll put him at we'll put him at the highest. His 35% to episode Saga from the movies or tag Lineage of Evil base blast attack and defense, and plus 18% to tag Lineage of Evil base strike defense during battle. And that is Frieza. We're gonna check out Broly. We'll check out the Extreme Broly. And he's going to be hard to get, obviously, because he's an Extreme. So we'll put him at 3 stars. And that's his stats. His main ability is Forged by Battle. Restores ally health by 25%. Draw a special arts card next. Cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Requirements 20 timer counts must elapse. Unique ability is Primal Stamina. Reduces damage received by 30% when battle starts. Cannot be cancelled. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. Plus 20 counts elapsed reduces damage received by 10%. Cannot be cancelled. 40 counts elapsed reduces damage received by 5%. Cannot be cancelled. Oh. Kindling Rage. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of battle members when his character enters the battlefield. 3 battle members plus 60% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. 2 battle members plus 80% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. 1 battle member 100% to damage inflicted. That's crazy. I mean, that's good. That's nuts. Wow. He does not have blast armor. His special move is Anger Shout. Deals major impact damage plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts upon activation. His special skill was Unlock Key Form of Attack. Restores own key by 40 plus 30% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Not much on him, but he seems decent. And he buffs Saga from the movies and Saiyan by 26% for base strike and blast defense, and 15% to characters that are episode Saga from the movies and tag Saiyan base strike attack during battle. And that is all we need to go over, guys. They seem really good. So I suggest everybody summon on this banner. Definitely. And thanks for coming, guys, and stay tuned for the next one. I do have maybe a 15k summon coming. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing that, like and subscribe to my YouTube and get notified when it happens. Thanks. Don't give a fuck, run through